The day's a fair one, no doubt of that. Now, fellas, my rod's ready. I have a feeling that today is going to be the grand day.
Will you look at this? Not a soul about. No rival in the field.
Nor, what is worse, intrusive passers-by with beastly dogs, eager to fetch projected walking sticks and spoil our beloved sport.
Ah, fellas, it is, in truth, a merry, merry life.
We fishermen at the break of day merrily start upon our way, cheerfully to we dig for worms, laughing ha ha as the captain squirms. Thoughtfully, doubtfully bend our eyes on the dark uncertain skies. Then on we taste the festive sport, some many arrival may have got. Fisherman, fisherman, go thy way with a merry minnow and gentle gay. Fisherman, fisherman, go thy way with a merry minnow and gentle gay. We fishermen at the close of day, finding the fish don't come our way, arise our steps are homeward bent. We've had a light and we feel content. We meet a lad with a perch and a roach, and we joyfully hail that lad's approach. And soon those pretty purchased fish are in our family's waiting dish. Fisherman, fisherman, go thy way with a merry minnow and gentle gay. Fisherman, fisherman, go thy way with a merry minnow and gentle gay.
I can endure no longer. I just die. Farewell, ye fields, where once we walked together. Farewell, ye skies, underneath which we strolled, unconscious of those who watched us with a sympathetic smile. Farewell, O sun that freckled her fair nose. And, as I cannot stop to say goodbye to everything in nature, all things, please accept this as an intimation that I bid you an adieu. And now to...
May I inquire what you're about to do?
I want to drown myself
Indeed. And where?
in yonder pool.
Not if I know it, sir.
Indeed. And who shall prevent me?
Well, I shall. Piscatore at your service, sir. Now see that bubble over there? That bubble means a fish.
Does it?
A carp. My carp.
Is it?
You do not ask me how it's mine?
I don't.
He doesn't.
No matter. I'll tell you anyway.
Not again.
'Twas I discovered him.
Oh, did you though?
One day I saw him, basking in the sun. His fins and tail waved smoothly with the current. His globous mouth opened and shut, solemn and slow. It was a sight that thrilled me with delight, and from that hour I vowed to catch that carp. I tried him first with ordinary gentles, all in vain, then mealworms, brandlings, jilt tails, until at last one day I had a nibble.
And what of that?
What of it? Half hesitating, trembling ecstasy. But 'twas some years ago, and I was young. I struck too soon and lost him.
Very sad.
But I was not discouraged. Though I failed, I tried again.
Ah, Cupid. So did I.
But with the same result every time, eh? Why, missus, I've seen you throw some tons of ground bait into that peaceful pond, and every evening for the last 5 years you've come here with us to try and catch that carp.
But what's all this to one who wants to die?
Young man, you have some sense of charity, I hope? While you can come at any time tonight and do your business, when the sun goes down at 6:30, my hopes are at an end. I have this 1 small hour left for my task, and yet you will not wait?
Certainly not.
Oh, listen to me yet. My very soul is centered on that carp. In business hours, my thoughts often wander carpward. Think of the envy of admiring friends, of my husband's reaction, who never saw me bring home anything and believes I never shall. Think of the joy when I shall have him mounted in a glass case.
Your husband?
Nay, my carp, a lifelong monument of fishy fame.
True to say, sir, this is the only evening of a week that seems to promise the fish will bite.
And you come to plunge into this pond and blast them all.
Your pleading leaves me not insensible. I, too, have had a nibble.
From a fish?
No, from a maiden. But she would not bite.
Perhaps she scratched.
No. Even that would have been something. But she cares not for me. She is cold, unfeeling, heartless. And I, alas, I loved and love her still. I love her. I cannot tell you how I love her, but all is over now. What love of life to me is left, my whole that made life sweets bereft, and let me die and leave behind a world where I no joy can find. I love, I cannot tell you how, the fatal word is spoken. I love her then, I love her now that my heart is broken. I love her. I love her. I cannot tell you why I loved her. I love her. 'Tis all that I can say. There are no laws that love by man. He cares not for the cynic's frown. But like a bee, he pitches where he finds the flower that seems most rare. I love, I cannot tell you why. My death shall be the token of sad serene fidelity. For my poor heart is broken.
If you'll only wait till 6:30, I promise to let you have your way.
Thanks, kindly angler. A fellow feeling binds us. I will wait.
All things come to those who can but wait, if they wait long enough. Well then, I'll take my spot.
At last my mind's made up, what's left of it, and once made up, that remnant is a dress never to be unpicked. Oh, why, when I am so very sad, is everything so gay?
White as you deck the sky, why are leaves on trees so green? Why do birds sing merrily? Why doth climb the kidney
I've but one hope in life, and that's to die. One plunge, and then my woes... Oh, ow!
I beg 1,000 pardons.
Double them, and multiply by anything you please, even to the furthest limit of the dot that marks a recurring decimal. Subtract not from the n power of apology one single third, but do not bar my way. For I am young, healthy, and vigorous.
I see you are.
Whilst you are but a feeble, frail old lady, puny and weak.
I beg your pardon.
I'm desperate. Be warned and let me pass.
And where do you want to go?
To drown!
You have surely drowned old birdsong out now.
No fool. I am to drown myself in yonder pool.
Indeed? And why?
Hopeless love.
Another of them. Why can't they just leave us in peace? It's really very hard when you sit up on the sward in a carefully selected situation. How many foolish folks will crack their silly jokes and intrude upon your peaceful meditation? Will they have you any sports and silly questions of a sort that their idiocy ought to plainly show? Their remarks extend my hour, and to all who listen quiet, my rebuttal is emphatically no. Now, since I ride at 6 is the time today I fix my labor Piscatore to leave. Till then leave me alone, and your hatter piece was blown till the advent of the overdewy eve. Till that hour I must decline to put away my rotten line, and home with Krill intended to go. Have a little patience please, that I'm good and on your knees. My decision is emphatically no, 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 no. Gentle Visha, hear my prayer, hear, hear, hear. Gentle Visha, hear my prayer. Turn not from me thus away. I may not with stony stare hear a lovelorn maiden say. Then let her a brave protest. Yet love pity not my pain. Hope deserts my aching breast. Dark despair begins his reign.
Have we here a maiden gay? She little knows what I intend. Prithee, fair one, trip away. Lead me to my gloomy end. Woman, woman, on to vex. Ever cross our path ye stray. Why is it your lovely sex is so often in the way?
How many foolish words once were silly jokes and true meditation. When a happy waste loves its pleasures of the soul, and the radiance to make it show. There must be my heart, the world that's wrong, my real is
Is this your ultimatum?
Yes, it is. Ah, I think I have a bite. Yes. Good evening.
What a hard-hearted creature. Who have we here? Some meditative idler, I suppose.
How long will she remain, I wonder?
How sad it is that ladies cannot even drown themselves without annoyance from the other sex.
A lovely evening.
I beg your pardon?
I remarked.
The weather was very fine.
I can't deny the truth of what you say.
I was about to ask you if you meant to stay here long.
I merely mean to stay here all my life.
Oh, what a remarkable coincidence.
What do you mean?
I, too, came here to terminate my woes.
But surely to oblige a lady.
Say we compromise and jump together.
No, that won't do. Besides, I have an agreement with the fisherman. But what brought you to take this step?
The fairest and the falsest of her sex. She cares not for me. She is heartless quite. So, for Clorinda's sake.
Clorinda?
If you only knew her.
If? I do. She is my dearest friend.
Then you know how good she is. Say, Is she not perfection?
Well, we're none of us quite perfect.
She, at least, comes closest up to absolute perfection.
You think so?
No, I don't. I'm sure of it.
Oh.
You say, oh. What mean you by that, oh? Explain yourself.
I'd really rather not. We all have our small faults after all, our innocent deceptions. It's true, she wouldn't mind exposing me. But still, I'll show myself superior. You really mustn't press me. There is nothing I hate so much as a scandal.
Pardon me, but it really looks as if you envied her peerless excellences and would insidiously detract from them.
I? Envious of Clorinda? How absurd!
If so, you've missed your aim. I loved Clorinda, and I shall love her ever. Perhaps you'd deny her beauty.
I? Oh no, I'd never deny the needy what they lack.
But these exterior beauties are as naught compared with the beauties of her mind. Her temper. Surely you won't deny her that.
Well, she has a temper. Most decidedly.
And may I ask how you know all of this?
I said, I am her dearest friend. See, here's a letter from her. In it, she describes a silly swain. His name's Amandus.
That is my name.
Oh, some passages perhaps might hurt your feelings. In particular, that passage on the top of page 2.
You ask me to describe him. Well, imagine a lanky, melancholy sort of youth, with lantern jaws, figure ridiculous, and with a kind of face something between an amorous monkey and an undertaker. An amorous monkey.
You seem annoyed.
Not at all. She always was satirical. An undertaker. Ugh.
She doesn't flatter you, though, does she now?
Scoff on, scoff on. I see you've never loved.
He says, I've never loved. Oh, Corridon.
Corridon, eh? Did you say Corridon?
That is the name that's graven on my heart.
Oh, impossible. Not Corridon.
What do you know against him?
Ask anything but that. Meanwhile, allow me to hand you back this ring, since you're the lady.
Since I'm the lady? Why? What do you mean? Why? 'Tis the ring I gave to him when we were engaged. And when we parted, I sent back all of his presents and the ring he gave to me. But he told me he'd lost that ring. Tell me, how did you come by it?
Corridon and I often played cards together. On a day he drank too much and lost. To raise the funds for... Just another game, said he. I'll bet this ruby ring of mine, there's a plain chit, a lovesick goose that hangs upon my arm and gave it me. I, of course, objected, but he insisted, and lost. Thought I, this lady loved this pimpled knave. If I ever find her, I'll give this ring back to her. I've found her now, and thus I keep my vow.
Sir, you are very kind. I, a plain chit. How can he say such things? My heart is doubly broken.
Don't say that.
Now that you have spoken.
Don't say that.
Not hurt you innocently, or warned you so lightly, but you haven't acted rightly.
Don't say that.
I shall never love another.
Don't say that.
Affections I shall smother.
Don't say that.
Convent far from fun, I'll incontinently run. I shall never love another.
Don't say that.
Affections I shall smother.
Don't say that.
Convent far from fun, I'll incontinently run, and I'll live and die a nun.
Don't say that.
Yes, I'll live and die a nun.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't, selfish grief.
from another's sorrow some consolation let me try and borrow. Tell me how came Clorinda to reject so nice a man as you without regret? You did not urge your suit, well I expect.
All man can do, I did.
What did you do?
I'll tell to thee.
Yes, tell to me.
First I took a lily hand, just like this, and her waist I gently span, just like this, crying cruel Clorinda here. Oh, I love you very dear. Then I drew her still more near, just like this. Memories, old memories, sadly sweet are ye. Painful yet precious, we keep you long in store. Like faded rose leaves shaken from the tree, bringing back the summer when summertime is on. Then I sighed and softly squeezed her, just like this. Kissed her hand, methought it pleased her, just like this. Then I begged her of the grace, not to turn away her face, but let me on her lips place.
What?
Only this. Memories, old memories, sadly sweet are ye. Faithful yet precious, we keep you long in store. Like faded rose leaves shaken from the tree, bringing back the summer and summertime is on. Bringing back the summer when summertime is on. "'Tis 6:30. My time has come at last. Sweet maiden, would we two had met before. But 'tis too late,
Oh no,
so adieu."
you really mustn't think of it. For my sake, wait until tomorrow night and tell to reporters how 'twas Amanda died.
"On one condition I'll do as you desire. Take a day or two to think over it."
Nay, that were in vain.
"Do not, please do not."
Tell me truly this. Would it annoy you greatly if I did?
"Upon my word, it would."
Well then, I yield. Out of politeness, I'll consent to live.
"How can I thank you for this courtesy?"
Will you support my trembling steps through back to the village?
"At once."
Young man, the pool is at your service now.